We're going to the TORG Gaming Expo in Columbus, Ohio. Let's go! I was really excited to go to TORG's this year. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive from Cincinnati, Ohio, and it was a beautiful day, so the drive wasn't bad at all. My friends Brian from BD RetroMods and Dr. Scott from Game Closet I knew were going to be there, but I wasn't exactly sure what to expect from TORG this year. I had heard it was going to be a little bit bigger this year. I was somewhat dreading getting in because the lines were long getting in last year, and I didn't want to deal with that. But when I got up there weren't hardly any lines at all, so whatever issue they had last year, they seem to have worked out this year. The TORG Gaming Expo, the best day in Ohio. This was a very nice venue. It is bigger than better than last year. While it was crowded, there was a lot of room to walk around. There was plenty of room between vendors, so you weren't bumping into people like you were last year. There were so many vendors and so much stuff to look at, I didn't know where to start.
All right. 7. You got it? Well, you all went back to the pickup. I don't think we have a
One thing that I did notice is that there were more Atari 2600 and 7800 games out by vendors this year. There's a lot of excitement with the Atari 2600 Plus coming out, and so I think that's why. But there were plenty of other games for other consoles if that's what you were looking for.
Do you have any PlayStation games?
What's that?
Do you have any PlayStation games?
Just a few. Should be more even that showcase, actually.
This vendor had some really neat Sega Master System and Sega Genesis repo carts. He repurposed old carts and made them himself.
I like the way you painted that. I never thought about it. Nice to meet you.
But there was lots more to see than just video games. I was looking at some Super Nintendo games, and I picked up this copy of Castlevania 4, and I got some sticker shock and saw the $450 price tag. And I know these games are expensive, but this is just an example of how out of reach that console gaming is these days. But if you're a true collector and money is no object, there was plenty at this expo to be had. I had a good opportunity to walk around the expo to meet the vendors and see what was for sale.
So what do you have there, sir?
This is a rare blockbuster video competition cartridge that was used during some competitions, and there's 13 known copies in existence.
13?
Yes, and there is a slight variant of this that's more well known that has NBA Jam included on it as well. There's around 50, 60 of those, and those obviously aren't quite as rare.
Wow, and so you're with the Video Game Underground then?
Yes, I am. Located at 1947 Savannah Avenue. It's Toledo, Ohio, and the phone number is 419-472-5443, or on the web at vgug.com.
Well, very good. Thank you for that.
Sticky merchants. We make resin figures and earrings, and we have sun catchers, dice, and jewelry. Yeah, what we do.
So you make these yourself, huh?
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah, when I walked up to the table, I was trying to get your attention, but everybody was buying them. I couldn't get in. Very nice.
Thank you.
So what's your website? Do you have a website?
We do social media, so Geeky Merchants.
What's it called?
Geeky Merchants.
Geeky Merchants.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So tell me what we have here.
What don't we have here?
I know, that's what I'm wondering.
We got everything for your game room, your bedroom, your wife's school, your kitchen.
So did you make these?
I did. I printed them. I did at the time. Everything here is 3D printed by myself.
They're wonderful.
It's very soft.
Very well done. Very well done. I purchased some of this kind of thing on eBay, but they're always like little, and they're not this quality. Very well done.
We got our giant cartridges over here.
I saw a guy over there with some of those too.
We got some fun stuff up here.
So do you guys have like a social media or a website or any way that people can contact you?
Retrofools.com.
Retrofools.com.
Because we're idiots.
Okay. Well, let me check out the rest of the table so people can see some of the other things you have. I love the Atari one too, man. That's sweet. What's going on here, man?
Hi, my name is Jay Colagine. I'm with Mess Comics, M-A-S-E-D. Mess Comics is the nickname for the Metropolitan Sewer District. It stars Lily Putt. She's a sewer worker, and she's a tour guide of the weird, wet, wild world beneath her feet. All she's got is a shovel, and things like these giant worms
Oh my goodness.
are trying to stop her from clearing out the tunnels. It is a book that is both fun and disgusting at the same time. You ever see a movie, it's like Tremors, the movie Tremors mashed together with like a Tank Girl Hellboy kind of thing. This is Aka, pet rat, partner in slime.
Partner in slime. I love that.
So we're from the Ohio area. We've been covered by the Inquirer several times, and City Beat called us the best reason to get your mind in the gutter.
That is awesome, man.
Thank you. So we've been doing this about 7 years. We got limited edition books available that we're selling here at TORG. We were at the first TORG 3 years ago, and we're proud to be here today.
That's great, man.
Oh, and then this is our limited edition. We even numbered them. Print featuring artwork by David Mack, renowned artist David Mack. He's a friend of ours, and he did this cover for us.
Man, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So do you do a lot of the artwork yourself?
No, I'm the writer and the publisher and editor. Dylan Speak does the primary artwork, and then we also work with artists like Clint Gassinger as well.
Man, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Little big, don't you think? Tell me about these.
Just cool 3D printed decorations.
You made these?
Yeah, me and the guy over there. Then we come over back.
Do you have a website or a way that people can get these?
If you show this or go to my Instagram, I'll take
Okay, let me put it on the. Oh, it's kind of got a glare. There we go. It focused.
Okay.
Here, your thumb's in the way though. There you go. Hopefully people can see that. Awesome. Okay.
And the sprays. Yeah.
All right. Very nice. You guys do these?
Yeah. Yep.
Both of you did?
Yep. He does that half. I do this half.
I love both halves.
Thank you.
The thing. Oh man. Cigar with a cigar, no less.
Oh yeah. Classic thing.
So my question is, do you guys have a way that anybody can buy these online, like a Facebook page? Or okay, tell my my people how they can get your stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram. You can contact me there. I'm at Those Defeated.
At Those Defeated?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Okay, what about you?
And then absolutely on Instagram, it's easy to get in touch with me at Britton Jr. Will at Instagram, Facebook.
Britton Will Jr.
Britton Jr. Will.
I'm sorry, Britton Jr. Will on
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Yep.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm living the dream, man. What do you guys got going on here?
Got 3D printed goods, middle fingers, switch cases, displays, switch displays.
Oh, that's really cool. You guys have a like a social media contact? Can you tell my audience what it is?
Rendered 3D printing. It's just 3D printed goods and such. Yep.
All right, I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a picture of this. I think they can scan it from the TV. All right. There we go. All right, guys.
Hi, I'm Onyx Dice, and here I have tabletop RPG accessories and tools.
That loud.
I make handmade dice. I made them all. They're homemade all the way down to the design process. I also hand paint miniatures for tabletop adventures, and yeah, that's about it.
These are cool.
You can find me on Instagram at Onyx Dice.
Instagram Onyx Dice.
And my Etsy is Onyx Dice as well.
Etsy Onyx Dice also, huh? Those are so cool. I love crystal, anything crystal.
Yes, my D4 crystal is unique to my business. Last year they were really popular, and so this year they are an essential part of every set.
That is so awesome. Amazing. Simply amazing. All right. Thank you so much. All right. All right, sir. What are these things here?
These are retro shelves. So you choose like the Atari or Apple, TRS-80, Commodore, and then you pick a board, the darker color or light colored wood, and then it makes a shelf like this that you can set your monitor, your Funko Pops or whatever. The boards are pre-drilled. We give you the screws in a little packet. You screw 2 screws on each side to hold it together, and you got yourself a little shelf.
Oh, I see. And they're $40?
Yep, and they stack.
Oh, and they stack.
You see how you got
Oh,
the
I
little
see.
bumps?
Let me show people. Oh, so you got those little notches on the end there,
And
and
there's
then
the reverse of it there.
very nice. Do you have like a social media or website or somewhere where people can?
Yeah, techdungeon.xyz.
Okay, well, nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
What's up? How you doing?
Right. What you got here, man? Talk to me about it.
My name is Archie Cunningham. We have Dynamic Sketch Studios / Webber Cross Comics. We create Christian comics, and I do all the '80s art that makes you feel good from back in the '80s. And so, Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe. That's how I roll, man. That's how I roll.
Do you have a website or?
Yeah, you can go to Dynamic Sketch on Facebook.com and reach me there.
All right, awesome. Let me do a little finish up on the table here.
Right on.
All right. Very good, man. I like it. And it's called Armed Forces?
Armored Forces.
Armored
We
Forces.
sold out today.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Very happy about it.
Hi, what's your name? Abby? Nice to meet you, Abby. Did you do these perler beads? Man, they're very nice. I do perler beads too sometimes for my game room. Very nice. Do you do the ironing and everything? Your mom does the ironing? So when you do the pattern, do you do the pattern backwards and then your mom irons them and then you flip them over? Oh, that's really cool. Okay. And so your mom's got all this other cool stuff. This is stuff that she does? Okay, let's see what she's doing. Okay. And ma'am, what's your name?
I'm Debbie.
Debbie, nice to meet you, Debbie. I'm Phil, but everybody knows me as Retro Bliss.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. What do we got? What's this stuff? These are like coffee cups and things.
Yeah.
Very
metal
nice.
tumblers and glass cans.
Very cool. Very nice. And so I'm assuming that this here is how people can get a hold of you?
Yes.
Okay. Let's put it close so people can scan it if they want to. And what's the name of your company?
So my crafting stuff is from Daphne's Cloud, and that's on Etsy. And the booth in general is from Nostalgia Nerd Gaming.
Well, very good. Nice to meet you, Debbie.
Nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you too, Abby. See you later. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm living the dream, man.
All right.
What's this stuff?
These are little portable synthesizers I designed and manufactured. And this is an NES game I developed last year.
Oh, cool. So it's a shooter.
Yep.
Was a lot going on in that game. Let's look at it. So you're avoiding the skulls, and there's birds in there.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Are you supposed to shoot the birds or rescue them or what?
You pretty much shoot everything.
Oh, it's just a shooter?
Yeah. It's a speedrunning based game. The idea is you're supposed to get this sick pet to a hospital or whatever in the least amount of time possible.
So, do you have a social media or a website where people can get your stuff?
Yeah. You can go to lowblast.com, and I got accounts on most of the major social medias.
Okay, all right, good. All right, well, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so this is 8-Bit Millie. Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
So, I saw you in Pittsburgh with this thing, and you explained this to me, but I kind of lost my video. So, would you do me a favor? Explain to me again what this toy is that you. It's not really a toy. You made this thing.
I made this.
What is this?
First off, I have in the back there. I got a computer. It's running Linux.
Okay.
The cool
behind the
behind the sign.
Behind the sign. Okay.
And then what this is here is a USB joystick.
USB joystick.
2 buttons.
Okay.
A USB keyboard, just the controller portion of it. that's been hardwired into this, which originally was a Princess touch-tone keypad for a phone. And then this right here, these buttons are hardwired into a USB numeric keypad.
So that's a keypad.
So there's 2 keyboards and a joystick in here.
Okay.
And what that does is, it lets the emulator think it's talking to keyboards, but we're pushing buttons out here. The nice thing is, not only do you have the joystick, I'm not good at this game.
Well, it's kind of hard to do it from the side.
Right. So you have the joystick and your buttons here. You have your keyboard input for any games that need it. But this right here, this is set to the numeric keypad 0 through 7. And if I press any of these keys, it'll load the ROM.
For that game.
Right, so this I push here and it loaded 7.ROM.
Okay.
Which is our newest game, Wormhole. If I press this one, it loads 0.ROM, which is Desolator.
Nice, and you made this.
I made this box, yes. This is actually a Naboo, which was a Canadian computer. This is their expansion unit. I had it, and I had no need for it, but it was a brand new box, so I gutted it, put everything in here, painted it.
Well, that is awesome, man. I love that thing.
I wanted to make it kid-friendly so that the kids could beat it up, because we did a show and I had ColecoVision consoles out, and they're playing them, but they don't get the fact that you turn the power off or you move the cartridge, and they're just like, please stop, these are 41-year-old systems. Well, I'm not saying I'm thinking that. So I went back and I made this for the next show, so that they could beat it to death. And earlier, I was playing it myself and I heard like a gunshot, and the screw would pop loose inside and the spring went flying. So I had to take it apart and put it back together again.
That's very innovative. So now I know that over here on this table, there's a bunch of homebrews. What are these? Can you explain to me what those are?
These are all our homebrew games. On top here is our normal packaging, the big box.
Okay.
Below is our newer packaging. It's called.
I noticed that you didn't have that in Pittsburgh.
No, this is a new concept for us.
Okay.
Most games go to the big box first, and then when we run out of them, see, when we order the box of the games, like say for instance this here, we're going to do a run of 100. We order 100 boxes. And towards the end of 100, that's pretty much the lifespan of a game. Though surprisingly, Crazy Climber has done over 700 copies so far.
Wow.
And this one's actually done over 200 and some. So this one is a bad example. But
yeah, that's a classic anyway.
When you run out, when you get down to only have a few left, it's like a decision. I'm not selling many anymore. Do I want to order another 100 copies of the box materials? So what we decided was we made budget packaging. The budget packaging is the game and cartridge in there. It's a plastic cartridge protector box with a sleeve around it. So this is something we don't have to order ahead of time. We can make them on the fly using our own laser printers and everything.
Yeah.
So these on the website, these would sell for $50 a piece.
Yeah.
These sell for $30.
Oh man, that's a big difference.
Big difference because we don't have that outlay in the beginning of ordering all this stuff and having it just sit on the shelf and hope that we sell it.
Okay, so what's the website? Tell me what the website is so people can, if you can talk.
Yeah, got that tickled. 8bitmillygames.com is the website.
Okay.
You go on there, we have all these games on here. These are ColecoVisions, 2 Atari games. We have hardware on there. We have this. Ignore that. We have this right here. This little piece of plastic is innovative. You get a ColecoVision controller. A lot of them, what happens when they get older, they're 41 years old. They lose their diagonal.
Yeah.
One of the controls goes out.
I know.
And the reason that happens is this little plastic, this white plastic inside here has little fingers.
Yeah.
And those fingers get soft and they don't bend. They just bend instead of
Yeah.
stick. You drop this in place and it completely fixes it. A little plastic ring.
I'll be honest, I've seen you do the repairs on your channel. It's pretty sweet. Very nice. And you can get those on your website too.
Get them on the website, yes.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Appreciate that. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
All right, I'm back again. You got Game Panic 3 this year.
Game Panic 3 is a new one with my Super Nintendo version of Super Block'em Sock'em. And so those are my 2 new game versions with a Jaguar version of Block'em Sock'em as well.
Excellent. I saw that you had those.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a question. Do you know if the Game Panic 3 will play on the new Atari Plus?
It does. I've tested it personally. That's why I have a sign right there. I tested it at Portland Retro Gaming Expo on the Atari 2600 Plus personally.
Excellent. Yeah, I was going to test that when it comes in.
Yeah.
So now I don't have to, I know.
Yeah.
I've been kind of waiting for the Atari 2600 plus to do the reviews on the games I bought last year. I wanted to get a digital HD version.
Yes.
Because my capture isn't really good.
Yeah, it's going to be great for content creators because I think it'll be an easy way of capturing footage. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that it isn't just a true hardware reading.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, like, people are not going to want to spend $300 because that's how much it would cost if it was actual, like an FPGA.
Yes.
So, like, it's unfortunate that people, I understand why people are disappointed, but the same people, a majority of them wouldn't pay $300.
Yeah.
So, for an Atari.
So excellent. So tell me a little bit about Game Panic 3.
Game Panic 3 plays like a Coleco tabletop, and it plays a lot. It's like an expanded version of the first one that I published 10 years ago.
Okay.
And the same artist has done the artwork.
Jason Santucci.
No, he's the programmer.
Oh.
Corey Kramer did the artwork.
Oh, the artist as far as the cover.
But
I got it.
Same programmer though, Jason Santucci.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a great guy,
Yeah,
man.
good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and half of the proceeds go to him, and so we're splitting it 50-50.
Excellent. Yeah, man, he's got. Let's check out those games right here. They're excellent. Yeah, man, I've got all these. So let's check out the other ones. What are on the
all the games here, it doesn't include this because he owns the game still, but it includes 3 Atari, 2 Genesis, and 1 Super Nintendo. 6 games. Yep.
It has all the digital versions of all these games.
Yeah, other than this one. And it doesn't include the Jaguar one because that's free to download through Atari Age.
Oh, okay. So that's available on Atari Age?
Yeah, for free.
Oh.
Yes. You can play it through the Big P emulator. Yes.
Okay. And this is amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John, it's nice to see you again. I saw you last year. It was the last time I got a chance to see you. Welcome back to Ohio.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a great show.
And of course, Brian from BD RetroMods was there. He had a wide variety of his controllers there. And he also had a couple setups there where you could try some of them.
I got it. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I thought this was kind of neat. It's called Wild Bill's, and you would buy a mug and you would get it filled with something to drink, and you could go back for all day and get it filled for free. They also had a food court, which was really nice. They also had a play area for the kids. This was also year 2 of the Power exhibit, with over 130 consoles, including some very rare and unique variants. This was set up by Michael Pitts and Retro Existential. That's fun to say. Retro Existential.
You're good, you're good. Pardon me for just...
Well, they're getting it from different people. It's different collection
There was also a free play area with some classic arcade games. There were also different competitions at the expo. This is a Dr. Mario competition. There were lots of places where you could sit down and play video games as well. I got some really good pickups at the expo. I got this Intellivision console. It's in really good shape, along with this boxed IntelliVoice module. I also got 26 complete and boxed Intellivision games, including Masters of the Universe. I also picked up Game Panic 3 and 2 7800 and 2 ColecoVision games. And I couldn't leave the expo without running into a good friend.
Hey, how's it going?
Guess who I got with me? It's Dr. Scott from the Games Closet.
Yeah, and I'm wearing my doctor regalia just in case anybody gets sick. I can, kind of point and laugh and say, I'm not a real physician. So.
Man, it's highfalutin up here in Columbus. You guys got to come up to TORG next year and see Scott again next year.
Yes, and TORG, TORG has a lot going on just besides video games. I mean, they've got panels with influencers, and then you have what was that? They had a cosplay contest. And then, of course, just like any expo, they give away prizes and stuff. And this year, it is the biggest it has ever been. So this is probably one of the top 3 in the entire nation. So you're talking about, PGRE or even a PAX East or something like that.
Yep.
TORG in Columbus, Ohio is probably one of the biggest you will ever
have. I think it's twice as big this year as it was last year, man.
It's about 4 times as big.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Because the building they were in last year is kitty corner to this building, and this has to be 4 times the size. So if you can't find it here, you'll probably have to search somewhere else.
It's crazy. Yeah. All right, Scott, man. Nice to see you, buddy. All right, buddy.
And hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. If you haven't subscribed to his channel yet,
that goes likewise. Game Closet. You guys got to find it. There'll be a link in the description.
We do everything from a cheap basement. Come follow us. I'll give you a laugh. That's all you'll get.
All right, guys. See you later.